across both ways across the field. He's going to try to run this one in for a score.
Whoa.
Unbelievable.
Whoa.
I don't think I've never seen anything like that before. Words cannot describe what I just witnessed. Good golly, Miss Molly. Wow. Pass completed.
Three touchdowns.
Wow, unbelievable. He's going to throw that ball to a wide open number 27, Brian McIntosh.
What a play. What a play by Nate Turner. What a play. That play was amazing, Greg. He rolled out. I thought he was running with the ball down the sideline.
So did I.
The Vikings are playing amazing tonight. Defense is stepping up. Offense is stepping up. He's gone, Greg. He is gone.
That's one play. He's got a man catching him up.
What a play. What a play.
McIntosh. Everybody's playing real well tonight.
I love it.
I love it too.
Haslett football. Can't get any better than Haslett football.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. That's right, nothing gets better than Haslett Viking football. Tonight's matchup on this October 22nd, 2004 features your Haslett Vikings squaring off against the 4-4 Belding Redskins. Hello, I'm Greg Kerner. Sitting alongside me tonight, Mr. Donald Onweller.
Thank you,
Don,
Jerry. how's
tonight's matchup shape up?
Well, the Vikings come into this game 7-1, looking to go 8-1 to make this a good season, and they're playing a decent Belding team, which is 4-4. In the past, Belding's always had a good record, but it'll be a tough game for them tonight, but I think the Vikings will put a nice win.
Don, I've noticed that Belding wears a particularly bright shade of orange. How's that going to affect the Viking team tonight?
I really don't think, Greg, that the colors are going to matter. Vikings have played many other colorful teams like the Fowlerville Gladiators, and that didn't really make a difference to the Vikings.
Now also, Belding's known for the traditional wing tee offense that Haslett sometimes uses and has used quite frequently in the past. This year they've tended to spread things out a little bit more, but they still go back to that. How does that give the Vikings a bit of an advantage?
Well, the Vikings know how to defend the wing tee, which will help the Vikings defense a lot tonight, and I don't think the Redskins are ready for the spread tonight. They've never seen the spread from the Vikings. This is the second year the Vikings have played them, and
last year's game between the Haslett Vikings and the Belding Redskins was a bit of controversy. I wasn't able to attend, but from what I was able to read and gather from multiple sources, that the game necessarily wasn't fair from the referee's perspective. Maybe Belding had a slight edge, the referees favoring them, as Belding was battling to get in the playoffs at that point in time, sitting at 5-3. Belding last year, Haslett was able to pull off the victory. I believe a very close 28-24, somewhere around in that area. Belding did get in the playoffs, though, with a 5-4 record, and that's what they're trying to do again this year. Can't count Belding out because of their 4-4 record, as estimations have put not enough teams that are going to qualify for the playoffs this year, and so they'll take some 5-4 teams depending on playoff points. The Vikings are going to get this game started, underway. Mark Messina, he's going to kick things off for the Vikings, Don.
yes, he will, Greg. He's
Here we go, Messina!
a big asset to the team. I don't think the Vikings really had a big kick, a real set kicker since J.J. Danoff in the days, but he's been helping the team.
Messina, known for his ability to boot the ball long distances. That's probably why he's the kicker. The Vikings, I assume Messina's going to send this one deep, Don.
Yes, he with his kicks, he usually sends them deep. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a touchback on this play.
We've got a bit of a wind. Well, we've got a bit of a wind. It looks like it's going to be blowing a titch, but that ball's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Automatic touchback rule in high school is the ball, as soon as it rolls into the end zone, touches any part of it, you catch it there, you automatically get the ball at the 20, as opposed to if you touch the ball and then it rolls into the end zone, it's live in college, professional ranks. The Vikings are going to bring their defense out onto the field, especially looking at number 5, Calvin Hissong. He's had a couple weeks he's been banged up. This week he's got the notorious club on his left hand. Don, how does that affect his game?
I really don't think it's going to affect his game, but he broke his wrist, I think, at the LCC game, and he played last week against Grand Rapids Union, which it didn't seem to affect him at all, Greg.
Belding's first run gains 1, maybe 2 on the play. It's going to bring up second down, and it appears to be 9 from their own 21-yard line. The traditional wing tee, as many of you have seen before, it's a combination of fakes, and more fakes. Try to hide the ball on you and see if they can use a little bit of deception to score that. Wing to the left-hand side of the quarterback for Belding. He's going to throw this ball. He's going to buy himself some time. He's just going to have to throw this one away. Good coverage by the Vikings. So we got third down and 9. Surprised to see Belding pass him down.
Yeah, I'm surprised. The wing T formation is mostly based around the run. You really don't see a wing T team pass it, except for the Haslett Vikings this year, which converted to about half and half, the half spread, half the wing T, which was a good choice for the Vikings.
I think it really benefits them, especially with the personnel that they've got this year. Very fast, maybe not necessarily the biggest guys in the offensive line, but they're quick and they make good pass blockers, as opposed to trying to open up a lot of holes for the run. They've had a good success passing the ball. Belding, all 3 running backs in the backfield. The last man's going to get the ball. That's going to be number 29, and he's going to run himself out of bounds. Looks like he's got enough for the first down.
Nice hit by Brian McIntosh on that play.
It's going to bring up what it appears to be first and 10 for the Redskins at the Haslett Viking 30-yard line. Good run by the Redskins.
Yes, it was, Greg. So what you see from the wing tee, it's either going to go up the middle or up the right, up the side.
That's true.
Ball is spotted on the Belding 30-yard line.
Vikings set their defense here. Pack in the box. Isaiah Mims wearing number 19 for tonight's game, as he did last week, playing at the linebacker position, but moving to a tight end position on offense, which, as we know, cannot wear number 71, or his traditional lineman number, if he wants to go out and catch any passes. So he's putting on 19. He's getting ready. We'll see if they throw him the ball tonight.
It would be interesting to see. He had a interception the last game we take here, Greg.
Yes, he did.
And he has some speed for a big man, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him.
See him throw the ball. Throw the ball.
Yeah, throw the ball
to
big Isaiah Mims, and maybe hopefully get a touchdown.
Belding, so we're going to have a run up the gut, and that's going to go enough for a first down. First down, Redskins. Having some success running the ball on this Haslett Viking defense.
Play results in the Belding first down.
The play does result in the Belding first down as the PA announcer, Mr. Stanley Hicks, with the call. If you're able to hear him. If not, well, now you know.
First down.
First down. That's correct. Vikings pack the box again. Belding's quarterback tonight looks to be number 7, Chris Kimchick. And he's going to hand the ball off. That's going to go for another Belding first down. Done. The Haslett Viking defense unable to stop Belding's early running attack.
This is surprising me, Greg. The Vikings used to still run the wing tee, but they used to be their dominant formation back the past couple years, and it's surprising me to see them not to be able to stop it tonight.
Well, really, what the success to stopping the wing tee is filling all the gaps, and then that run's going to go for none. Possibly a loss on the play, but really the success to stopping the wing tee, Don, is hitting all the gaps and then assigning a particular linebacker or an available player to each one of the running backs and the quarterback, and with that it really prevents anybody from really going anywhere. Stevensville Lakeshore had very good success against us doing that. The wing tee, really what it does is it wears your front 4 down, And late in the game is when teams are able to take advantage. It might not be the prettiest offense, but it gets the job done, and the Vikings have seen that. That run is going to be stopped just short of the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up third down, and it appears to be about 9 from the Haslett Viking 46-yard line.
Well, back to that about the wearing down the front four with the wing T formation. That, if you notice that Haslett did have that happen to them. They would run the wing T all the time, wear down those front four guys on the defensive line, and it would be close game in the maybe third or fourth quarter, but then they would come around and score back-to-back or more, 3 or 4 touchdowns in a quarter.
You're very, very right, Don. I think what Haslett's going to try to do tonight is there's a pass by Belding. Open receiver downfield. What a play. Tackle made there by looks to be number 27, Brian McIntosh. Catch made by number 12 for the Belding Redskins, Ted Albert Jr. The Vikings thought they had Belding stopped there. Not true. Not the case, my friend. Not the case. Here's a replay.
This
Belding quarterback gets himself just enough time to launch that ball down the field. He's able to slip through the Vikings coverage. McIntosh wrestles him down. But Belding with a first down. Ball's going to go up the middle to number 12. Same man who caught that pass. He's going to run for a gain of about 3, taking it down to the Haslett Viking 20-yard line.
Looking at this Belding team tonight, Greg, the size-wise difference isn't a big difference between the Redskins and the Vikings. Size is about the same on the line. There isn't many big guys on the line, but there isn't many small guys either.
Haslett has a strategy. They like to use more of a faster man to play the nose guard position, usually played by number 28, Chad Milton, filled in by number 51, Brad McDonald. 29. He's going to try to hop himself over a couple people, but he's going to go absolutely nowhere. It's going to be a gain of, it appears to be about 3. We've got an injured Haslett Viking on the field. That's number 40. Yes, number 40, Dan Belpress, junior defensive lineman. So he appears he just got the wind knocked out of him. He's going to have to sub out. The Vikings will bring in a substitute for him.
Not a surprise in football. Not a surprise in football at all to get the wind knocked out of you.
No. Especially with all the hitting going on down below. The Vikings, it's a key play. 3rd and 5, the Vikings 18-yard line. What do you see here? I see pass out of Belding. They've done it twice before. They've had success with it. I think they're going to pass here.
I agree, Greg. Why run the ball? Their pass is successful so far tonight, and
it's like Belding might be running the ball to the left-hand side here. Let's see. That ball's going to go up the middle to number 12, and he's going to have enough for the first down. First down, Belding. Inside the Vikings' 15-yard line.
It's a surprise to me, Greg, to see the Belding get this many first downs in the first quarter. You'd think the Vikings defense would learn by now.
This could be trouble as the late quarters approach, as we talked about before. The Belding to wear down the front of the Haslett front four, as they'll have to use more substitutions. Use a couple other younger players tonight. Belding, again, wing T formation. Handoff's going to go to number 16. He's going to run around the edge. He's got one man to beat, and he's going to go in for the score. Touchdown, Belding. 7:15 remaining in the first quarter. The Belding Redskins take the early lead. The score 6-0. Don, what does that noise remind you of?
Fire truck.
And where else they have an obnoxious noise like that?
DeWitt.
That's right, they have it at DeWitt.
I didn't think about that one. I was like,
the giant muskrat that sits on top of the board at DeWitt makes that same noise. It's not pleasurable.
No,
I'm going to be honest with you.
It doesn't sound exciting.
I don't like to hear it. A late check in here by Belding. They're going to go for 2 here. Apparently no kicking game for Belding, as we saw in warm-ups. They had a difficulty even getting the ball anywhere. There's the run up the middle, and he's going to be stopped short, and that's going to be no good on the 2-point conversion. The Vikings trail 6-0. Could come back to haunt him.
Yes, it could, Greg. It's what I said earlier. The Belding is a tough team, and what this run right here shows they're a tough team. That guy around the end, A.J. Rahar, thought he had him, and the guy dove in and got a touchdown. And the past, Belding's always had a tough team. They've had a couple state championships up there, and it's going to be an interesting game tonight.
We look ahead to the playoffs for next week. The Vikings really need a win this week to secure themselves a guaranteed home game in the first round.
It'd be nice to get a home game, Greg, because the home games mean you're going to play a team with not as good as record as you.
That is correct.
So,
and right now, from all the numbers I've seen run across the internet everywhere, nobody really knows how the divisions are going to shape up. Especially once the games are over tonight, we'll be able to tell basically who's going to be in what division, as the divisions, as you know, change each year in football depending on who qualifies and who doesn't for the playoffs.
Well, Haslett's already it's right in the middle of the Division 3, so that's basically set for the Division 3.
Yes, Haslett will be playing in Division 3. That is definitely a for sure thing. Rahar is going to be stopped, and that's going to be Haslett Vikings will take over from the 30-yard line.
That was kind of nerve-wracking, Greg. Guy reached in. I thought he was going to strip the ball from Rahar.
So did I. Nice play by the Belding special teams player. The Vikings, let's see what offense they decide to go with this time. Quarterbacking the team looks to be number 7, Nathan Turner. Vikings going to spread things out. Turner into the gun. He's got Montgomery to his right-hand side. Turner drops back. Looks for some daylight. He's going to go absolutely nowhere. Belding fans getting awful fired up over there, making a lot of noise. Bringing one of the larger crowds we see into the Viking Stadium.
Yes, Greg. Belding, even Belding football is known in Belding. It's a decent drive, an hour and a half, and
Yes.
it's a decent crowd tonight for that long of a drive.
And the orange is. Maybe I'm just not a fan of the color orange. Maybe it's. I don't really know what it is, but I just don't like it with black. It reminds me too much of Halloween. And I'm not saying that the Halloween's necessarily a bad holiday. It's just that I don't think it's good for football. It reminds me of Stockbridge, and you don't want to be reminded of Stockbridge.
No. But I wouldn't be surprised if I walked over there. I would see our associate principal over there, Mr. Ferguson. He's from Belding.
As I've graduated, I'm not familiar with Mr. Ferguson necessarily.
The new sheriffs in town.
Ooh, yes, the new sheriffs. I've heard plenty about it from my sister. Vikings wing T, they're going to spread it out here. Every time I seem to call wing T, they spread it out, and then they seem to go back the other direction. Vikings, 3 receivers to the right-hand side. We're going to run an option here. Vikings, Turner is going to run this one around the corner, and he's going to be tripped up, but he's going to get enough for the first down. Good third down conversion.
I thought he had that, but he got tripped.
He did get tripped.
If he only got tripped, I think he would have been gone there, Greg.
He could have been. Play results in a Vikings first down with 5:43 remaining in the first quarter. Belding leads 6-0. Don, what kind of offenses do you expect to see here?
Spread.
I'm thinking wing T.
Wing T?
I'm thinking wing T.
Well, you'll be able to tell before the offense isn't settled down yet, so.
They're going to go into the wing T. Man to the right-hand side. This is going to go up the middle to number 27, Brian McIntosh, and he's going to run for about 3.
We got a replay here of Nate Turner's little. It looks like it could have been an option play if he wanted to be, but he decided to keep it.
Nice block by number 5, Calvin Hisson. Stopping that quick defensive lineman from coming around on the other side. Blocks him out of the way. There's Coach Buboltz.
And that was a nice block because Calvin Hisson has a taped up hand, which it didn't affect him on that play right there.
No, not at all. Able to block. You don't necessarily need your hands to block, and quite frankly, it's not good to use them as you get called for the holding. Turner, he's going to run this one around the side himself. He's going to run, back it up, and run for a first down. Inside the Belding 45-yard line, first down Vikings.
Another nice play by Nate Turner so far tonight. Yeah. The sign that
I'm going to be honest with you, Don. He's fast.
He's one of the fastest players on the team, Greg. He is.
And he's quick, too.
He is quick. And back to you get just examples of that play from Williamston.
We get a replay here of Turner's run. Nice blocking by number 32, Jordan Montgomery able to stay on his feet, keeps the block down, and that Turner's able to run. Not seeing the play right here. This is number 32, Jordan Montgomery, and he's going to be stopped way in the backfield. We've got a flag on the play as well. Looks like we're going to get holding on the Vikings. This is going to put him way back here. Generally speaking, it's going to be 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which is about 3 yards back from the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 1st and 23 for the Vikings. They're going to be on their own half of the field now here again.
Yeah, that's 1st and 23. First and 23 isn't good.
Or they can take it at second and 15 if they so choose. Here they go. We're going to have the call here by the referee. It's going to be holding on the Vikings. Repeat 1st down. It's going to go way back. The Vikings
Holding penalty is
on their own 43-yard line.
It's not a surprise. Most teams would rather have the other team go back as far as possible.
Yes, they would.
Bringing up 1st and 21.
1st and 21 for the Vikings. Not going to pass here. Well, at least it appears not to be the case. Here they go. They spread it out. Belding's going to go show 3 men down. Turner in the gun. He's going to drop back and throw this one himself. He's going to run this one, actually, up the middle. He's going to cut it back across a couple of guys. He's going to stay on his feet. Look at this boy go. He's got the ability, and he's going to be dragged out of bounds down around the Belding 35-yard line. Appears to be the 36. Nice run by Turner. That's going to bring up 2nd and what it appears to be about 4.
Yes, that was a great run by Nathan Turner. That play just reminded me of a great play when our last tape game from Williamston, his punt return. Here's a nice replay of that run by Nathan Turner. He was looking for the pass, but he decided there's nothing open. So he just kept it himself and ran up the middle.
Another good block by number 32, Jordan Montgomery. Picking up a little bit more of a blocking role this year as the Vikings like to spread it out. He's the biggest of the running backs. And we're going to have a handoff go up the middle here. It's going to go to number 27, Brian McIntosh. And he's going to run, and it appears to be enough for the 1st down. He's going to get this one by a couple of inches. It's going to be, yep, and it is a 1st down as the referee indicates. The only game the Vikings trailed in to start things off with was DeWitt.
Yes, and that's a surprise to me.
Surprise to all of us. Turner under center, at least for the time being. Former quarterback on the screen, Conrad Bird, is in the nice Viking coat there. The run's going to go, looks like, to number 14. That would be James Strabilcock. He's going to run for a couple, pick up his forward motion, gain about 4 on the play.
He's stepping up, taking that running back position, and it paid off against Williamston. Three TDs, and I don't know if you noticed, Greg, but he's got 94 tackles so far, tied for 3rd in the area. And
a very good defensive player, and as you can see, sometimes he gets the call to play 2 ways.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets his 100th tackle tonight, Greg.
I wouldn't be surprised either. Turner's going to hand that ball to number 32, Jordan Montgomery. He's going to pick up a couple. He's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Stop by number 33, Brian Satterley.
The stop is made by number 33, Brian Satterley. 3rd and 1 from the Belding 30-yard line. Excuse me, 25-yard line. Don, what do you do here? Running you pass.
3rd and 1. I just say take the line, push them, and run up the middle for the 1st down. Because a pass, you never really know. On a run, usually on a 1 yard, you'll get a 1st down.
That give us to Jordan Montgomery, and he's got himself enough for the 1st down. Good call, Don.
The pass is just too iffy on a 1 yard play. It's way too iffy on a 1 yard play.
You know, Don, I agree with you. The only time I'm thrown on NCAA 2005 is if they're in goal line and I know they're blitzing them all. Then I'm throwing because I know I'm going to score a touchdown.
Yeah, that's really the only time. If they're going to have everybody blitz, that's really the only time to throw the ball.
Always a good thing to have that audible in the package. L2 and then something else.
Well, if you just noticed
Turner in the gun, yes.
The Vikings went back to the spread again. They're playing mostly spread tonight.
They are. I think as they really know that they need to win this game, this is going to be Turner, he's going to try to run this one himself, and he's going to be stopped for a gain of it appears to be about 1 yard. That's going to bring up 2nd and 9.
That was a pretty hard hit Nate Turner took there.
Belding, I think, had that one sniffed out from the get-go.
Coach O has been having Nate run the ball. Nice lively crowd on a nice cold night tonight.
The Haslett student section's getting out cheered right now by Belding.
That's surprises me because Haslett usually has a good student section, which I've been in the past couple years, and when I've always been in, it's been pretty loud.
Don, I think the reason why it's been pretty loud is because you've been there. Wow, what a run there by James Trebilcock. Spins out of a couple tackles. He's going to gain, it appears to be about 7. It'll bring up 3rd down and what it looks to be about 2 yards. 50 seconds remain in the first quarter. Belding still leads 6-0.
The only reason the Haslett crowd's not loud tonight, Greg, is because I'm not down there. We got a replay here, Greg.
Yeah, do have a replay.
Replay of looks like a little pass, not a pass, handoff to James Trebilcock, which goes up the gut. And
is able to escape a couple tackles. The Vikings run this one up the middle, and he looks like he's going to be just short of a 1st down. We're gonna maybe we'll have a measurement here, and that appears to be the case. It's going to be about 4th and 1 for the Vikings.
Is this going to be an official timeout? Yes, it will be.
We will have official timeout for measurement.
We'll measure for the 1st down.
What are you thinking down here? 25.4 seconds for those of you viewing at home who aren't keeping themselves their own play clock tonight.
This game's going pretty quick tonight.
It is. It has been down. Why? I think really what the dominating force has been that both teams are running the ball, and when you run the ball, the clock doesn't stop. There's a 1st down for the Vikings.
Not a surprise to me one bit.
No, not at all. The Vikings have a 1st down at the Belding 12-yard line, which allows them to have a 1st down inside of the 2. Always beneficial. Always beneficial. Turner under center. Wing to his left-hand side. He's going to check the play here. We're going to have a little confusion, and it looks like the Vikings are going to take a timeout. Timeout called with 17.3 seconds. I would have liked to see what the play clock was at that. Could they have gotten out of the quarter without having called a timeout there, Don?
I think they could have. So what was it, 24, 25?
Well,
on the play, on the clock.
Well, I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest with you, as the play is away from the end of the scoreboard. But it would be close.
It would have been close.
It would have been close. I don't think in this situation you want to take a 5-yard penalty. You might as well call the timeout.
Yeah, the Vikings really can't take a 5-yard penalty right now if they want to get a touchdown.
No, they don't. That's something they really don't want to do at this point in time in the game, especially early. Get themselves up by, tied, and then hopefully make that point after touch. Get themselves a 7-6 lead here. But I was really impressed with Belding's first drive of the game, Don.
Yeah, I was too, Greg. Big surprise to me. Belding is a 4-4 team. You really didn't think they were going to come out and put this much pressure on the Vikings offensively and defensively wise. So just a big surprise to me.
Vikings in the traditional wing T formation. Go down, as we'll see him run out of this here. Handoff's going to go to number 14, James Trebilcock. Check that. It's going to be Nathan Turner. He's going to run it around the edge. He's going to make a couple men miss, and he will be out of bounds, close to the 1st down. It looks like about the 3rd-yard line. Third. Wow, Don, it's
that surprised me a lot.
He was able to escape those defensive linemen that were able to get into the backfield.
I was watching James Trebilcock the whole time.
I thought he had it myself. There's number. Wow, that was Isaiah Mims.
Isaiah Mims. Nate Turner.
Here's a replay though.
Breaking those tackles like professional quarterback.
He does.
Number 7, Michael Vick.
Is that who he idolizes?
I think he does. I think he resembles Michael Vick.
He does. His style of game definitely.
He runs the game. He's a running guy.
That ball's going to go up the middle. This looks like McIntosh is going to be stopped. He's going to have about a yard gain. That's going to be 3rd and 1.
Well, that was a close call there, Greg. They had a nice little late hit on the court on Nate Turner. Gave the ball up, and they're already running the ball.
Future Vikings down there.
I hope so. Maybe some kids that'll be on the next Viking state championship. Have the Vikings had a state championship?
In football, no. They have 1-2 in boys track back in the 1960s, I believe. The only two that high school's been able to achieve runners-up in football in 1998, runners-up in golf in 2003.
They won a girls' state championship?
Oh, track. They did win a girls' state. Not a MHSAA, as their team format is different. They won a Michigan High School or Michigan Interscholastic Track Coaches Association state championship in the true team format, which is really a better state championship than what the MHSAA necessarily holds. The ICL/CAAC 3 division has been very successful as Williamston's won a couple of girls and boys state championships from the Michigan High School Track Coaches Interscholastic Association.
Yes, not surprising me. They've always had a good track program.
Yes, both high schools have Haslett and Williamston, two of the best teams in the state usually every year.
Well, not off the subject, but it still deals with sports, not high school sports. But did you watch the Red Sox tonight, Greg?
Yeah.
One of the biggest accomplishments in sports history.
Coming back from 3-0. Don, when they lost 19-8,
I was like, wow.
I was hurting too myself. I'm just gonna be honest with the fans. The Redskins. Well, that's Belding, but the Red Sox. We'll get back to that in a minute. Turner under center. Handoff's going to go to number 27, Jordan Montgomery. He's going to be stopped just short of the touchdown of the line, but that's going to be enough for a first down. Vikings 1st and goal from the 1. I'm
going to have to correct you here, Greg.
Yes, Don.
You said number 27, Jordan Montgomery, but the ball actually went to number 14, James Jabilcock.
Wow. Things happen, and sometimes I don't get them right.
It's okay. It's okay.
That was James on the run there, yes.
It's okay.
Anyways, we get the Red Sox after the Vikings score here. 1st and goal from the 1. I think it's going to go to McIntosh. It's going to one of the M guys.
The guys with an M.
And the Vikings score a touchdown. Number 27, Brian McIntosh with the score. Belding didn't know who had the ball, and to be honest, I thought Turner had it myself.
I did too, because those guys are rushing at Nate Turner, and I still thought he had it.
Messina in the kick. Holder, because of Hissong's broken hand wrist area, it's going to be number 7, Nate Turner.
Not surprising me at all.
Not surprising me. The man with the hands, Nate Turner. Don, we'll go back to the Red Sox now. Finally, it's only happened twice that somebody's been able to come back in professional sports from a 3-0 deficit. Both those in hockey.
And that's not a surprise in hockey at all.
No, it's not. Hockey's a really streaky game. The kick is up and is good. The Vikings lead 7-6.
But baseball's a big surprise, Greg. You really don't see that in any baseball team.
No, Don, you really don't. The Red Sox somehow, I don't know what they did.
I don't know. I think it's going to be the pitching. Yeah, Kurt Schilling, Pedro Martinez, and Derek Lowe.
Yeah.
You always knew that Kurt Schilling and Pedro Martinez would probably get you in, but Derek Lowe always had those games. You never knew about Derek Lowe. You never knew about that guy.
No, you didn't. You're right.
He had his good days and his bad days. And to pull off
game 7.
Game 7.
He had a good day.
He didn't have a good day. He had an excellent day. It couldn't get any better than that. What a way to pull off a win. What a way.
You are very right, Donna. I'm excited to see the Red Sox play against the Red Cardinals.
They put the Red Cardinals.
They do wear red.
Oh yeah, the Red Cardinals. I really do hope the Red Sox win that series.
Because to be quite frank, I'm sick of hearing about the curse. I just want it to go away.
Yeah, and they play tomorrow night too. If you didn't know that.
Yes, they do. Saturday, get things started off. We've got college football abound as Michigan takes on Purdue at 3:30. I think that's the big game of the weekend.
Yeah, Michigan State's got a bye week this week, and then head into a big game of Michigan
Big game.
Big game? What's
Big
your
game. You know, after I saw Michigan State play against Minnesota, I think it's going to be a lot better game than most people think. Michigan had some difficulties with some of the teams that they played throughout the year. San Diego State being one of them.
It's going to go either way.
I think it really will. It's going to really going to depend on the play of Drew Stanton, and that reminds me, Nate Turner.
Wow.
Reminds me a lot of Drew Stanton.
Yes, he does. As relating to college athletes, Nate Turner does remind me a lot of Drew Stanton.
Able to pass that ball and run that ball really well. Is able to run that ball like a running back. Belding will take over from the 20-yard line as Messina booted that one into the end zone.
Second one he booted into the end zone tonight.
He's got a leg. That was against the wind too, might I add. Belding in the wing T formation. Give up the middle to number 12. He's going to run for a nice gain of what it appears to be about 7 or 8 yards. Closer to 8 is the referee's indication. It's going to be second down and 2 yards to go for the Redskins. With 11:13 remaining in the the second quarter. The Vikings lead 7-6.
Nice little shot of TJ Lindemann, kid that's
Andy Martin as well.
Yeah, TJ Lindemann. I wish we kind of had him on the team this year. He's a tough player. And
separated shoulders really keeping him out of action.
It's sad to hear him be out for his senior season.
Hopefully he will be able to return for wrestling season, as he's going to be one of the keys to the Vikings' success wrestling.
Greg, I'm on the wrestling team with him, and I've been talking to him. There's no way he can come back. He's got surgery the week before practice starts for wrestling, and there's no way he can get it rehabilitated to wrestle.
That's terrible. Unfortunate for TJ Lindemann, one of Haslett's
top football and top wrestlers.
Yes. Difficult to see somebody have to miss their senior season.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
It would be. 3rd and 1 for the Belding Redskins. They're going to try to just push this one up the middle. It looks like the quarterback is going to be stopped short. It's going to be 4th down, 4th and 1, and Belding is going to be forced to punt here.
You think they'll punt, Greg, or do you think they're going to go? Oh,
no, they're definitely punting, I think, down.
Because Coach Joe just threw out Nate Turner on the field, and you know what?
That's a poor call by the Belding coaching staff. But I don't know. Real good success running the ball. Anybody else but the quarterback, they decided to try to sneak that one. And it didn't go anywhere.
You know what I'm waiting to hear, Greg?
What?
Williamston. Another Williamston play by Nathan Turner.
Here's the punt. That ball's going to hit, and it's going to roll. Take a Belding bounce, and it's going to be down by Belding at the Haslett Viking 21-yard line.
There's just too many Belding guys around Nathan Turner to get the ball, to get it carefully so he would actually have it. Because if he would have caught it, he might have been hit and there would have been a fumble maybe. And it's just a smart call by Nathan Turner to do that.
Something I necessarily don't want to do is, get hit being the starting quarterback. Have to put yourself in that kind of danger, getting hit, in that situation.
Yeah, I don't think Coach O would be too pleased if he came out injured.
No, the Vikings do have good depth at quarterback. Junior Michael Christman and senior James Trebrilcock. James would move over and they'd bring in DePriest Watson, the running back position. Handoff is going to go to number 14, James Trebrilcock. He's got himself a lot of room. He's going to cut this one back up across. The ball's fumbled, and looks like Haslett's going to come up with it. No, and the ball will go to Belding on the turnover. That ball bounced around off a couple different guys, and Belding's fired up about this one. No, change that. Haslett comes up with the ball.
Yeah, those Belding boys were...
Calvin Hislong underneath the pile. The referees are going to talk this one over, though.
Those Belding boys were excited, but I really don't think
Ball belongs to Haslett. Ball belongs to Haslett. First down for the Vikings.
Here's a replay. Hopefully we can get a nice shot of that fumble here, Greg.
Belding coaching staff a little bit upset about that, but I think the referees made the right call. At least that's what I saw from up here, and we've got good seats.
It was tough to tell, but I saw Calvin Hislong on the ground, and he just kind of put his long arms out there and snatched the ball and put it underneath him.
He did. That ball just comes out loose somehow, and it bounces off a bunch of different guys. And Hislong right there, as you're able to see, does come up with it himself. Yes, Hislong definitely had that ball.
Nice call by the referees there, Greg.
Turner's going to have this ball himself, and he's going to hit a bunch of guys. He's still on his feet, but he's going to, wow. He's going to gain a couple on that. He worked real hard for those 2 yards. He really did. It's going to be second and what appears to be about 7 or 8 for the Vikings from the Haslett Viking 44-yard line. I'm thinking pass. I'm thinking spread.
I wouldn't be surprised, Greg. The
Spread and run.
Spread's been more successful for the Vikings tonight. Maybe not.
Maybe not. Again, that ball's going to go up the middle to number 32, Jordan Montgomery. He's going to break a couple tackles, and he'll run himself down to right around the first down. Nice move by Jordan Montgomery.
He's a big runner, Greg. He can break plenty of tackles, and a good runner for the Vikings.
He is.
This whole season. He's been major blocking part of the game this season, and also a big running part of the game this season.
He has been. Definitely. It goes for Viking first down. The Vikings have first down inside the 49-yard line of the Belding Redskins. Turner under center. Turner's got the ball himself. He was looking for a pass there, and he's going to be tackled and dropped for a loss.
Turner on the key for the Vikings.
I think there
Vikings will lose what appears to be about 4 yards.
There's a replay, Jordan Montgomery there, a little short replay. But a nice, decent replay. I don't know, do you think there should have been a penalty there, Greg?
You know what, I really don't think that constitutes a late hit. He didn't.
It was close. It looked like his knees were on the ground.
Turner was down, but it really wasn't hard enough or malicious enough for me, myself, up here to throw any sort of flaggage. Turner will go under center. All three of his backs in the backfield. The Vikings go into the wing tee. That ball's going to go up the middle to, it looks like, number 27, Brian McIntosh. That'll bring up third down and a long 12 yards.
McIntosh on the carry.
I don't know. I think Coach Show's going to have to call a spread pass here, Greg.
Yeah. As we see number 22 checking into the game. That is, DePriest Watson into the game, number 22. In for number 80, Brett Reed. Indication that definitely I think we're going to see a Haslett Vikings passing situation here.
We can't really do a run. The Redskins have been successful in stopping the Vikings' run. You got to really do a pass here.
The pass is important. Oh, almost a bad snap there. Turner's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be stopped. No, oh, yes, he will be stopped. Finally by Belding there. And that's going to bring up fourth down, and the Vikings are going to be forced to punt.
Number 66, Mark Dunmeyer on the stop for Belding.
Fourth and what it appears to be about 9 or 8 yards for the Vikings. 32, Jordan Montgomery to punt this one away.
I don't think I've ever seen the Vikings punt this year at all. I think this is one of the first times the Vikings have punted.
Yes, Belding not going to put anybody back, and the Vikings will punt this one away. That one's going to go, unless it gets a Haslett Vikings bounce, it's going to go into the end zone, and it does. That will be a touchback. Belding will take over from their own 20-yard line. With 5:41 remaining in the second quarter before halftime, the Vikings lead 7-6.
Is this a surprise to you?
Surprise to me? No, Don, I don't really think so. Belding plays in a tough division. They have to play against Coopersville every year. They play against Hamilton. Both teams really known for their offensive and production. And, Belding plays tough defense. Got a lot of big guys, and we're going to have a false start here on Belding.
I wasn't surprised at all. They as soon as that whistle blew, I knew it. There's no whistle that blows late except for false start.
Yeah, that's really true. Usually if it's offsides, they're not stopping that play. They're going to see how the offense does. And offense gains an advantage. Well, usually pick that flag up. The offense will decline, and they'll take the run they got. It's going to be 1st and 15 for the Redskins. Don, how do you feel about the Belding Redskins helmets?
They kind of remind me of Michigan, even though they're not the same colors.
But they're definitely the same model.
The same design.
Yeah, the same design, exactly. That handoff's going to go try to go around the outside, but Belding's going to be sucked up. He's going to gain what it appears to be about 1.5 yards, maybe 2. That's going to bring up 2nd and 13 yards. 5:20 remaining in the first half.
It's been a
Don, I don't really know Belding with the style of play they played. They run that ball, has enough time to score a touchdown without throwing the ball.
I don't know. You see in professional sports and collegiate sports all the time, Greg. They run with 30 seconds left on the clock and they score a touchdown.
Yeah, that is true. Belding's going to wing it out, and they're going to do a little sneaky play here, I'm sure. That's a pass, and it's going to be almost intercepted by number 2, Joe Edwards.
That's A.J. Rayhart.
Excuse me. 8 is Joe Edwards, number 2, A.J. Rayhart. Don, man. Gosh, wow.
That's what happens.
Good
Happens after you graduate. You don't know all the players on the team.
Yeah, that has a tendency to happen sometimes. The down is 3rd. It is 13 yards to go. The Vikings lead 7-6. The Vikings looking for a. You hear the coaching staff down there yelling out. Looks like the Vikings know what's coming, or they've got at least an idea. That ball's going to be a run up the gut, and it's not going to be enough for the first downs to bring up 4th and 5, and that's going to be Belding's going to be forced to punt it away. 4:40 remains.
Brings up 4th down for Belding.
Good defensive stop by the Vikings.
Yes, another great defensive stop by the Vikings.
It was.
One of their best defensive series for the night.
It was. 3 and out for Belding. Vikings going to try to go for that punt block. Unsuccessful. Turner is going to catch this one himself, and let's see what he can do here. He's going to be hit by a bunch of Belding Redskins and dropped just inside the 50-yard line.
You know what I noticed about these Belding Redskins? A lot of these guys are pretty quick.
They are. They're big and fast.
They are. Those big guys, they got some speed on them.
They do. They do. And I think one of the things that might be holding them back this year, why they're not able to, why they're only sitting at 4-4 is maybe this isn't really the style of the offense for the speed that these guys necessarily have. Maybe Belding should be spreading it out as well.
They have the speed, so why not?
Yeah.
Something new for the team.
Yes.
And something new for the team for the Vikings, too, is the spread, and that's helped them out this past season.
Vikings will stay in the wing T, though, here. It's going to be a passing play. Turner's going to be, he's going to pick up a couple big hits by the Vikings, and we're going to have, wow, unbelievable hits there by the Vikings.
Those 2 blocks by James Trabilcock and Brian McIntosh. Those are 2 big hits.
All that work and all those great hits, the Vikings gain 3.
Hey, you know what, Greg? I'm pulling it back out of the closet. You know what? Replay here. Look at these hits. Look at these replays. Nathan Turner looking for the pass, but he can't find it. And those guys get hit hard.
He decides, well, that way's just not going to work for me. I'm going to run it back around the other side. 41's going to get. He's not going to be able to catch up. Trabilcock lays out 55.
And you know what? These 2 guys, they got clobbered for sure. That's from last week's game. They got clobbered for sure.
Oh, we'd like to remind everybody that at halftime we will be bringing you the Fanta Orange Soda Key Player of the Half.
Of the half.
And don't worry. The Old Spice Player of the Game is still here.
Yes,
we decided that the Fanta Orange Soda Key Player of the Half was a necessary award, and we're definitely going to be.
That's going to be a tough call tonight, Greg.
It is.
The game's first half's been close, and
maybe at the end of this series we'll be able to determine who we're going to decide here. We'll probably decide this a little bit closer towards the end of the half, maybe with about a minute to go.
Looks like we got an offsides called on the Redskins.
Yes, Vikings able to get Belding to jump offsides. That's going to earn him a first down by penalty.
Play results in a Viking first down.
Play results in a Viking first down.
Ball will be spotted on the Belding 36-yard line.
First down for the Vikings.
Timeout, Belding.
Timeout's called by Belding. Don, this is going to give us opportunity to talk things over.
Yes, it will. We got Greg, what do you think?
Donna, at this point in time, I don't know. I think we're going to have to see who steps it up here for the Vikings and who's able to cash one in, who cashes it in for the Vikings.
I don't know.
Scores a touchdown here. I think that's really what's going to be the key. I think so.
I think so, too.
So we'll get you that Fanta Orange Soda halftime player of the game. Gosh. Yeah. Belding taking their timeout. That's going to give them 2 remaining for the half. There's 3 minutes and 11 seconds remaining. Let's see what the Vikings offense comes out with here. Maybe a little trickery, Don. Maybe this is a time they show what they've got here, because Turner will go under center. And that ball, Turner's going to keep it himself. It's a pass to Jordan Montgomery. He's going to catch it, and he's eventually going to be pushed out of bounds by a large sum of
Redskins.
Now the Washington Redskins haven't been having such a good year.
No, they haven't, Greg. The Redskins, the name doesn't seem to have a good reputation so far.
No, it doesn't.
We got a replay here of that pass by Nate Turner. Jordan Montgomery open down the field and catches the ball and gets some yards.
That he does. Turner under center. That ball's looks like it's gonna go up the middle, and the Vikings will gain what it appears to be about 3 yards. Little altercation.
Are we gonna have a flag? You think it should have been a flag?
Yeah.
Should have been.
I think it should have been too. A little extracurricular activity going on there. The clock winds itself down. We're under 2 minutes and 35 seconds. The Vikings going to try to cash one in here before the half, which is good because they also get the ball back to start the second half, try to open themselves up a good lead. Definitely been a battle for the first half. Turner's going to keep this one himself. He's going to have some running room. He's going to take this one inside the 10-yard line. And that is going to give the Vikings first and goal from what it appears to be about the we'll call it about the 9 3/4 line.
They gave it to 10. They gave it to 10-yard line.
10-yard line.
By the scoreboard.
By a scoreboard.
Scoreboard gave us 10, and that's what we'll stick with.
Yes. Just a shade inside of the 10.
Nice little run there by Nathan Turner, and he got some speed like we talked about earlier.
Yes.
He's got
lots of it.
Lots of speed, which is great in football.
Yes, it is. Belding, they're going to put a bunch of guys up on the line in the box. That ball's going to go to number 14, James Wilcock. He's going to go inside of the 3, down to about the 2. That'll bring up second and goal.
Another fast guy on the Vikings.
He's very quick.
Very quick. He's got some moves there.
He does.
From the past couple of plays.
A couple nice hits earlier in the first half.
Yeah, no, he had some spin move.
Maybe he'll be our Fanta Orange Soda halftime player of the game, but
I don't know.
We'll have to see how things turn out.
It'll be a tough call here, Greg.
It definitely will be a tough call. I think it's definitely between him and Nate Turner right now, as Turner's pulled out he's had really the true key plays, though, from the Vikings, the third down conversions. And that's going to be, he's going to be tripped up down to about the 2. Wilcock tripped up. The Vikings are going to have to go for it, obviously, here on third down. With under a minute to play, the Vikings lead.
What are we going, Greg? Run?
We're going run.
Run?
We're going run.
Run, that's
McIntosh.
That's what I figured.
McIntosh.
Run to McIntosh. He's got the power. He's got the speed. There's no, if you notice right there, Greg, there's a nice little open gap going up the middle.
There is. The ball's going to go to the first man. He's going to go in. No, he's not. He's going to be stopped just shy of the first down, or the goal line. That's 27 McIntosh. The Vikings will take a timeout. It is 4th and goal from the 1. And the Vikings don't have any mercy here, Don. They're going for it.
Yes, they are. They're going to have to. I'd rather go into The halftime,
I mean,
halftime with a bigger lead than 1 point.
Yeah, so would I. Kicking it puts them up by 4, but this is really a difficult angle to kick from, Don. It really is. I don't like to kick from the right or the left hash. This close to the goal line because it's just hard to do. You're almost better off here going for the touchdown.
It's 4th and 1 on the 1. What?
I say a naked bootleg, man. Let's go naked. Let's run that around the left-hand side of the field.
I don't think Belding's ready. The past couple of plays have been up the middle.
I think so.
A nice up the gut, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Nate Turner
keep this one himself.
He's got the speed. What else are you going to do? You can give it to Brian McIntosh up the left.
You can't. Belding's really packing it in the box, though.
They're you know what they're expecting, Greg? What we called up the gut.
Yeah.
They're expecting that.
They're expecting a 40. What are the Vikings going to do here? This will be the last play of the half.
You got to get some
wing T. Ball's going to go to Montgomery, and he's going to go in for the score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Nice run by Jordan Montgomery. He powered himself in there.
He did. With 28.3 seconds remaining in the second quarter, your Haslett Vikings lead 13-6.
It's nice to go into the locker room with a bigger lead than 1 point.
It is. It's very nice, actually.
Coach will feel more comfortable coming into the second half.
Vikings have scored on 2 of their 3 possessions. Belding scoring on 1 of 3 possessions. Only 6 possessions in the first half.
Nate Turner holding the ball tonight
yes.
due to Calvin Hissong with his broken hand.
Yes. Let's go from Mims to Hissong. Excuse me, Mims to Turner to Messina. Messina boots it through. The Vikings lead 14-6. Now done. What in this situation, Belding's not really gonna. Is Belding gonna try to go deep here? Their offense really isn't really made for going deep. What are they really gonna try to do here?
I don't know. I think they're just gonna run out the rest of this half and play it safe. If I was a football coach, I'd play it safe right here.
Yeah, Don, I think you're right. If you're gonna be pinned deep in your own end, I don't think this probably isn't really the time to go necessarily deep. Big game in the high school weekend though this week, St. John's and Charlotte.
That is a big game. That was the biggest game in the season. Or not the season.
Probably in the area though.
Probably in the area. That is a
biggest game in the area for the season.
Biggest game. They've both had a great season. Charlotte going into the game 8-0 and
7-0 actually.
7.
Bye week last week for Charlotte.
7-0 and St. John's coming in here 7-1.
7-1.
It'll be a tough game. 2 tough teams. And
a team that you really got to watch out from the playoffs this year is going to be Jackson and Christie. They started off slow. On Thursday night, they really took out. Belding falls on that ball. Good play there by the Vikings. Back to Lumen Christie. Started off the season slow. Thursday night beat Detroit Catholic Central, who 3-time in a row state champions, will not be making the playoffs this year.
Detroit Catholic Central?
Detroit Catholic Central is not going to make it. They are 4-5, which is not permittable. Even if you do have enough points, the new format requires that you have a winning record. Detroit Catholic Central won't be going back to try to defend their back-to-back state championships in Division I.
Sounds like East Grand Rapids.
Yes.
But East Grand Rapids only had 1 loss.
East Grand Rapids has a loss this year.
Powerhouse team of Lowell.
Oh, wow.
Lowell, what a team.
Yes. Belding's they're gonna try to run this one. They're gonna pass. See what they can do here. Downfield, he's gonna be hit by Calvin Hissong, but he's gonna get enough for a first down here. Timeout taken by Belding though. 18.2 seconds remain.
I don't know. Wait. Maybe it wasn't a time. I don't think there was a timeout. We got a flag on the play.
Do we? Yes, we do. This one's going to come back, it looks like, unless it's roughing the passer.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Only what the potential has it to be, and we're going to get the call from the referee, and it will be.
It'll be called.
No, we're going to have a timeout taken by Belding. No, anyways.
Now they will take a timeout. It is.
Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer, which is not a surprise
in that position, but that's 15 yards at the end of the play. That helps Belding out tremendously.
That puts them up at past the 50-yard line.
From that goes from being a 12-yard gain to being a 32-yard gain. A 28-yard gain. That's just something the Vikings don't want to do, especially in this situation in the game. They've been penalty-free all year. Really a turnaround from last season where they picked up quite a few penalties. This year they've really been able to limit their penalties, especially very well this season. Kind of a Michigan State turnaround, if we must say. Michigan State, the 2003 season, had a ton of penalties. This year able to turn things around. And
they still have a chance to win that Big Ten title.
They do. Even though they've got 3 losses, they've really got the chance at the Big Ten. Maybe they haven't played the best teams in the Big Ten yet, but they really showed what they were capable.
They got Wisconsin
against Minnesota. And they have Michigan, Ohio State, Wisconsin, Penn State, and Hawaii left on the schedule. As Hawaii, not a Big Ten game, but still left on the schedule. Here's a pass, and wow, the Vikings had that one sniffed out from the get-go.
Sacked by Cody Stripling,
Yes, 72 Cody Stripling.
He's a big guy, and he
had a Michigan State assistant coach.
Yes,
the football squad.
We're going to
go into, that's going to be the end of the first half. Belding doesn't want to take, here's a replay.
We got a replay of that sack. That quarterback didn't see him coming, and boom.
Yeah, I think Belding was trying to misdirect Haslett to go right and then throw the ball back on the left-hand side. They had a couple of receivers back that way. But nonetheless, we're going to get right to our Fanta Orange Soda key halftime player of the half.
Greg. Nathan
and
Turner.
It's going to be Nathan Turner.
Nathan Turner. What a great.
You know what? I think really the reason why we selected Nate was really because he came through on the key downs. 3rd and 9, 3rd and 11. He made things happen. He got the Vikings a first down. I think that's what really set this first half in the Vikings' direction. We're going to get ourselves into the band's halftime. But first, the Vikings lead 14-6. We thank you for watching the first half. We'll be back after the band's performance.
It is our pleasure this evening to honor the seniors of the Viking marching band. As you know, the band has had an outstanding marching season, and good work like this requires the leadership of a strong senior class. We are proud of our seniors, and we thank them for their loyalty and dedication to the band. Please join me in thanking Ashley Bryan, accompanied by Larry and Kay Bryan. Justin Baczynski with Cindy Baczynski and James Zimmerman. Phil Deshane with Phil and Claudia Deshane. Kevin Dunkel with Brian and Pat Dunkel. David Gailey with Mike Gailey and Susan Venezia. Mary Howinski with Brandon Nancy Howinski. Allie Holton with Sherry and Chuck and Margaret Holton. Andrea Ingram with Dan and Debbie Ingram. Tim Matsudo with Dean and Cheryl Matsudo. Lucas Nunn with Vicky Nunn. Eva Ryder with Mary Ann Ryder. Jonathan Smith with John Dale and Janine Smith. Adam Steinfield with Charles Steinfield and Susan Russick. Amber Stacosa with Noreen Hardy and Dan Stacosa. Jeff Taylor with Bill and Wendy Taylor. David Tice with Chuck and Nancy Tice. Dan Vogler with Jack and Debbie Vogler. Brett Wamhoff with Jeff and Sheila Wamhoff. Mark Wagoner with Carl and Beverly Wagoner. Now, ladies, let's just enjoy some of the highlights of our 2004 show, Pirates of the Caribbean. Here are the teams plus Ritual and To the Pirates Cave. outfielders Katie Scott, Talia Rothfeld, and Brad Kirk. And color guard soloist Crystal Stamper. Here are one last shot, and he's a Pirate.
welcome back to the second half of action between your Haslett Vikings and the Belding Redskins. The Vikings lead 14-6. Belding's going to kick things off to get the second half underway. Onside kick here, Don?
No.
Seems unlikely.
No.
Always a possibility, though.
Always a possibility.
Especially with the...
Haslett's got to act like it's an onside kick, so they really don't have a kicker.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh, maybe that was a decent kick.
Not bad. Toe ball. That's 32. Jordan Montgomery finds some daylight. He's got a couple men to beat. He's going to get that ball all the way across the 50-yard line. What a return by Jordan Montgomery.
What a return. What a way. We got a flag. What is the flag?
I think we're going to get a penalty coming here up against Belding.
Unsportsmanlike
Could
conduct.
go both ways, though, I think is a possibility.
But
He's pointing at a Haslett player, though, now. It looks like it might be going on Haslett here. It's going to, just a shame. It's going to set him back after that nice run back. So it might go both ways, though.
But going back to this play, Greg, that was a great way to start off the second half.
Yes.
A great way. We got a replay.
We do. It's going to be a personal foul on the Vikings.
Jordan Montgomery looking for those open holes. He just kind of finds his way back out to the outside and throws him.
He does. Well, let's see if we're going to get a chance to look at where this personal foul comes from. It's obviously after the play, so we're not going to be able to pick it up here necessarily. But Montgomery gets dropped pretty hard there.
We couldn't really tell on the replay, but
it was after the play anyways. The Vikings will start at their own 38-yard line.
hopefully we can start this second half out with this opening drive with a touchdown tonight.
Turner under center. Going to hand that ball off. No, he's going to keep it himself. Going to try to throw this one downfield. Open Calvin Hissong. The pass is incomplete, though.
That was close.
That was close.
Close.
The referee made the right call there, though.
He
Just
did.
a couple steps out of bounds there. Unfortunately for Turner, another good pass.
What a passing man he is.
Passing man he is. That's correct.
I'd like to remind everybody at home, Greg, that after tonight's game, Old Spice player of the game.
Old Spice player of the game. The halftime, the Fanta Orange Soda halftime player of the game went to Nate Turner.
Yes, it did.
But don't worry, we'll be coming up with that Old Spice player of the game. Things can change. And last time we did this, they did. So we'll have to see what happens in the second half. It's going to be Trebilcock's going to have that ball. He's going to run for what it appears to be about 3 yards, and he's going to be stopped. It'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Well, on our halftime break, Greg, I was talking to many of the parents for some of the Vikings that know their football, coach maybe youth football and stuff, and they were really surprised on the way Belding has came out and is hitting hard and is stopping Haslett. It's a big surprise.
And Belding, the games that Belding has lost, they haven't been by much at all.
No, they haven't.
It just seems that they've come out on the short end of a couple of games, which is unfortunate for them, but they really don't have the offensive production that I think it takes to necessarily be a contender in the tough league that they do play in. That's going to go up the middle, and the Vikings are going to lose some yards.
You know what, Greg? You know why some of these boys are big hit hard hitters? Belding's a farming town.
Yeah. Man, Belding's a farming town.
You got a lot of big farming. You got those big farming boys. They can deal with the heat, the stress, because they bale the hay in the 80, 90-degree weather, picking up 400 bales.
Montgomery shoots a bomb on down, a fair catch called for, and he's going to take a couple extra yards, and that's going to cost him.
That will cost him.
That's going to. You can't do that. You can't. You're only allowed two steps, and after that catch, and he took about 6 or 7, and it's going to cost him 5 yards.
The only time you can run after.
Excuse me, it's going to be a block in the back, though. Change that.
The only time you can run after a fair catch is if you let the ball drop to the ground, then pick it up and run.
Pick it up and then run. Yes.
But after that, you can't run the ball.
Nope, and it's not that he took a couple extra steps, which. But not the call though, John. Not the call.
Yes, that's not the call.
Block in the back.
Block in the back. That's the important part of this play.
Belding will start things off inside of their own 20-yard line, about the 16.
Greg, coming into the second half, we got the wind's picking up a little bit.
It is. I'm getting a little bit chilly. I think the wind is directly blowing into the press box.
I had the shirt and tie on, Greg, but
Yeah.
I couldn't take shivering up here anymore. I had to put the sweatshirt on.
I've got my polar fleece on. It's be nice and toasty, along with my new TV25 long sleeve. It's nice.
I think I'm going to have to pick up one of those.
I think you are too, Don. Run up the middle by Belding. Goes for a gain of about 3. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7. 10:15 remains in the third quarter. And as early as it is, I'm going to say time is running out for the Belding Redskins. It takes them 7-8 minutes to really cash in and score. Now, it's really, a difficult thing to do, and especially with how the game's been going so far, the Vikings lead 14-6, and while Belding's going to try to run another one back up the middle, and he's going to get out of a couple tackles, and the Vikings get lucky there and stop him. But, wow, he could have had a big, long game there. The Vikings looked like they thought they had him short, but not the case at all. Not the case. Don, things are looking to the bright side again for Belding. Somehow he got out of there, and the Vikings, we got real lucky there. Able to trip him up.
Got a couple extra yards by using his arm.
He did.
His push-up arm.
Calvin Hissong was basically the only man that left to stop. Belding again with success running the ball up the middle. Another first down for Belding.
This is reminding me of the beginning of the game.
Check that. It's going to be 2nd and about a yard. Less than that. A couple chains.
You know what, Greg? Looking at some of those Belding guys' cleats, some of them don't even look like they're wearing shoes.
They're wearing white, and it matches up with. They're not wearing socks. Haslett wears socks when they play, and Belding elects to go the shorter sock variety, which I don't think really gives either team an advantage.
Have you noticed, Greg? At the beginning of each time Belding calls the play, the center rushes to the line before any other player on the team.
Yes, he does.
You know what that would be for?
Yeah, I don't really think there's necessarily an advantage to it. I think the center's always blocking the same way every time. So I don't think it necessarily goes one way or the other for each team. But I think it's kind of just because he'll get set, and then which allows the quarterback and all the other players to get set behind him. As the helmet's got to be on his hips, and if it's not on his hips, you're not in the line of scrimmage. I think that's really what they're trying to aim for. And Montgomery with the stop.
The ref gets knocked down.
Did he get clobbered there, Don?
He didn't get clobbered, but he did a little backward somersault due to one of the Belding Redskins.
They're coming out to hit everybody tonight.
Those refs are in great spots. But,
yeah, well, especially the umpire who's kind of lined up against in amongst the Haslett linebacking core. It's a difficult place to be.
Look at that. He's just in the middle of everything.
Belding quarterback under center. Fumble, and he's going to recover it himself. Don, do you remember when Mason pulled the fumble Rooski a couple years ago in the playoffs to seal a victory for him?
No.
No, you don't. You don't remember hearing about that?
I think Haslett used to pull one of those.
The fumble Rooski.
The fumble Rooski.
Where the center doesn't even actually snap the ball; they just move, and somehow the guard is able to go in there and pick the ball up, and the guard runs with it.
Well, we got a replay here, Greg.
You do have a replay.
Looks like the snap. What? Oh, it's not
miscommunication or.
Yeah, kind of knocked out by one of the backs there.
Yes. Recover their own fumble. 3rd down and 14 from the 39-yard line.
Nice for Haslett to get a stop here. So.
Oh, and there's a deflected pass, and it's intercepted by number 72, Cody Stripling.
He's had a
heads-up play by Cody Stripling.
He's had 2 great defensive plays tonight. He had a sack before the first half ended, and now he just had an interception. Even though he hasn't done much for the offensive side, I think he could be one of our key players for our Old Spice Premier game on the defensive side of the ball, which would be unusual for us.
Unusual, yes.
Because we usually don't give it to the defensive player. But he's just doing that. Look, we got a nice replay here.
Vikings get the rush in there. It's number looks like 38 or 28, Chad Milton. It's somebody in there.
It was 32.
32. Jordan Montgomery actually in there.
Roughing up the quarterback, so his pass.
In the gun, Turner. He's going to throw this ball. Open Calvin Hissong. He's only got one hand, but he can still catch it. He breaks a couple tackles out, and he's going to go down inside the 20-yard line.
You know what? I think these past couple weeks, he's been practicing on his catching with his broken rib.
I think it's definitely showing up.
You've got to be practicing because that's hard to do.
It is definitely. Only having one hand Most guys you're taught to catch with both of your hands, come out in front of your body and bring the ball in. But this one, they're able to do his job with the one hand. Turner under center.
Yeah,
Vikings are going to run this one out of the, nope. And they're changing it up again.
You know what, Greg?
Yes.
I think the only way you can tell they're running spread is when Kelvin Hisong is they have nobody outside for a pass, and all the guys are lined up on the line.
Yes.
That's what I've noticed.
Hisong's going to get that ball again. He's going to get hit by a couple Belding Redskins. He's going to lose a couple yards in the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 12. Completes the pass but loses yards. Always difficult.
I've noticed we've had that Chad Stripling. He's been playing decent for his first time playing varsity as a freshman.
Brother of Cody, of the man who said maybe it'll be a brother combination tonight.
Yeah,
we'll have to see about that.
That'd be a first on Old Spice Players game.
Definitely a first.
2 brothers getting Old Spice Players.
Cody only a junior. He played varsity last year as well. His Stripling family known for their size on the line. Turner in the gun. He's going to run this one. Little bootleg to the right-hand side. He's going to float this one up for James Trebilcock. He's going to catch it. High score. Nice pass by Trebilcock. Catch by Trebilcock. Pass by Turner.
What a nice pass.
Yeah.
Second.
All around.
Is that that's it. That's got to be James' second TD tonight.
It is his second touchdown.
And what about Nate's second passing TD tonight?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? No. Maybe yes.
Well, we're going to have to check in on that one for you. We'll get that to you as soon as possible. Remember, this game will be shown all weekend long on Haslett's own TV 25.
What a great station it is.
Station of the nation. Fear of the goatee. Messina's kick is up and good. The Vikings lead 21-6.
This
5:51 remaining in the third quarter.
We got a replay of Nathan Turner and his pass to James Trebilcock. That's kind of a decent pass, 25-yard pass in the end zone. Maybe 20. Would you give it? Maybe 28-yard pass.
I believe so.
Due to him in the end zone.
He's able to find himself just a little nice seam into the defensive coverage. It's like Belding was in a bit of a zone cover, and well, the zone coverage, it didn't work.
Looks like Brian McIntosh is suffering from cramps again this week.
Cramps a terrible thing to go through, especially when it's cold outside. Especially when it's cold outside. Cramps usually seem to come in the warmer weather, but tonight it's cold. There's Nate Turner, junior quarterback, getting taped up by our trainer this year, Angie Thielen. Strength coach Billy Hastings. I'd like to make another appearance to the Viking fans and coaching staff out there.
That's one of those guys that doesn't get really recognized.
Oh, no.
And he does a lot.
He does a lot for the team. In that weight room, making sure those guys are lifting those weights and give them an opportunity to actually be in the weight room. As you got to have a coach or somebody in there, make sure you're not
just slacking off.
Yeah, exactly. Messina's going to boot this one away. It's going to go deep, and I don't think it's playable. Nope, not playable.
Not at all. Like number 96. Is that number 96?
96.
He was trying to catch that ball so he can land back in bounds, but there's no way.
All they've got is 94 on the roster.
30,
that's 30. That's 36. That would be Jason Longo.
I don't know why that looks like a 96 from up here.
Don, it's okay. We forgive you.
We all make mistakes.
Yeah, that's right. Belding, this is when the wing tee isn't very effective. When you trail by a large sum of points, it just doesn't work. Belding's going to try to run that one up the right-hand side. He's going to be stopped with a gain of about 2. Coach Rob Porritt out there getting making sure the Vikings know what defensive set they're running here. Sometimes they do banjos and Cobra, Cloud.
They got a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, Banjos is my favorite.
I think they just call it banjo, though.
Did they? Banjo, they do the banjo symbol, like you're playing a banjo?
Yes.
Yeah. Belding quarterback rushes for the first down.
Feedback on the carry for Belding. Stop by number 53, Ted Baker.
Stopped by number 53, Theodore Baker. Is Theodore going to be back out for the wrestling squad this year?
The word is on the word is in the school. we might.
Ted was a good wrestler. Though he has a lot of other commitments that he's involved with and building up the strength, because he's definitely got a career ahead of him in football. That's for sure. The run's going to go up the middle, number 12. And it'll be Ted Albert. He's carried the ball somewhat successfully for Belding. I think what's really hurt them this game, though, is not their ability, but some of the play calls they've had haven't. I don't think they've really made sense in some situations.
Brings up 2nd and 6. The ball's on the Belding 35-yard.
Ball's on the Belding 35-yard line. 2nd and 6. 4:35 remaining in the third quarter.
This wing team makes this game run a lot quicker, Greg.
It does. It definitely does. This game's going to be done awful quick.
Because it's all running.
Yes.
It is all running.
The Belding running back is going to be stopped just shy of the original line of scrimmage. He's picked up by a host of Viking defenders. (21-6) the score. Now, Don. How is your NCAA 2005 dynasty coming along?
You know what, Greg?
Yeah.
3rd and 6 from the 35-yard line.
Why you got deleted?
Oh no! How did that happen, Don?
I don't know.
You just came back one day and it was, oh gosh, wow. Fumble again, and number 3 for Belding's going to fall on it, and they're going to have to punt this one away. Unfortunate for Belding. Things have not gone their way tonight.
I had a great one with the Spartans, too.
Oh, jeez.
I was excited. I was going into Hawaii undefeated.
Ooh.
I come back. I don't know what I did. It was gone.
It's just gone.
I was a little sad, but
Yes.
I started a new one, but we did not start with Michigan State.
Who you started with now?
You know what?
What?
I started with those Navy guys.
Oh, Navy, the midshipmen. Vikings now look like they have the right personnel on the field, and they had to take a timeout there.
Coach O,
not happy about that.
Not happy at that call at all.
No. You know, right now I'm still going with. I've been playing with Colorado. I decided, I was going to turn things around. Coach by the name of Leroy Butters he's really turned the program around. We're heading off into the national championship game against the USC in a couple weeks.
Did you just say Leroy Butters?
That's what I named my coach.
Oh, I thought that was a real coach. I forgot.
That's it. Instead of naming him Greg Hearn, because what's the fun in that?
I named my coach Don Osborne.
No. We decided to go with Mr. Leroy Butters.
Leroy Butters.
Belding's going to punt this one away. I think the Vikings are going to come with some pressure here. And they are. The punt almost blocked by number 14, James Jabrillcock. Turner's going to bounce off a couple guys. He's going to turn this one around the corner. He's got some room ahead of him. He'll cut it back up across the field. He's going to make a couple more Belding players miss. He's got number 23 to beat before the goal line, and he's going to be tripped out. Oh, he's going to go in for the score. Touchdown, Vikings. Good golly, Miss Molly, what a run there by
I'm saying that too.
Nate Turner. Wow. Another unbelievable punt return.
You know what, Greg?
What, Don?
I said this at the Williamson game. I never thought I would see another play like that, but guess what? I just saw another play like that. I just saw another play like that. Wow. Wow.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Coach O, he had no idea what happened. He was jumping up and down. He was going crazy. The whole squad was going crazy. When Nate Turner comes out the field, you'll see
the smile on his face.
You'll see that kid has to be excited right about now.
He does.
Then he sits out there.
Oh, a high snap. The kick is up, and it is good. Vikings 28, the Belding Redskins 6. 2 minutes 57 seconds remain, and it looks like the Vikings are starting to put the final nails into the coffin.
Nate Turner had to do something to make up for some of his plays. He's got sacked a couple times tonight, but guess what? He made up for it, and
here's the replay, Don.
This kid, wow. This kid is amazing.
He goes to his right-hand side, and a couple good blocks downfield again by the Vikings. It bounces off one of his own men. He's able to turn that corner, and that's what really gets things started for him. And he goes and he sees the right side. It's getting blocked. So he says, well, you know what? It's time to go to the left-hand side. Makes a couple Belding guys fall down. He decides, oh no, makes a couple other Vikings. Number 2 should have had him there. Too quick though, too quick. He goes to the left-hand side of the field.
Wow.
23, he thinks he's got the angle on him.
He doesn't.
But he doesn't. Nope, he doesn't have the angle.
That's what I love
Tries
about.
to trip him up, but Turner, that good sense of balance there, and he goes in for the score.
That's what I love about Viking football there, Greg.
Yes.
Good, big, key plays. Couldn't get any bigger than that.
Yep.
Wow.
He's going to add another one of those stickers onto that helmet that's already got too many.
That's a lot. I don't know if you noticed, but he's got a ton of stickers on that helmet. His helmet's got to be full.
Now, Don, do you have any idea what you do when your helmet gets too full? This
No.
one's going to be returnable. First returnable kickoff for Belding all night. He's going to get some room, and he's going to take this one up the middle. Finally brought down by number 8, Joe Edwards.
Yeah. He saw him coming, and he got the nice tackle. And lucky he didn't get a... He's lucky he got the tackle, so there wasn't a turnaround for the touchdown.
Yes.
I don't know. Nate Turner looking at his helmet from up here, not even... There's no way he can get any more of those stickers on there.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to be honest. I don't think it's possible. Now there are some guys have footballs and hammers. Hammers are for defensive plays. Footballs are for offensive successful plays. Belding guy, he would have had himself like even better than that first down run if he wouldn't have ran into his own player there. But picks up the first down. The Viking defense has been on the field quite a bit after that punt return, and they had to return right back out on there. Maybe they're getting a little tired, Donald.
I wouldn't be surprised. That wing tee's got to be tiring them out. They don't give anybody a break there. Has the defenses, knows the wing tee real well. So that's also helps the Vikings.
Pass, and that's going to be caught by number 41, Jason Cadwell. Now I'd call him Caldwell, but he doesn't have an L in his name. It's Cad. It's C-A-D-W-E-L-L.
Brings up second and 1 for Belding. The ball is on
Who's
the
right?
Haslett
You or the
40-yard
PA
line.
announcer?
I think I am.
I think we have to go with you.
Belding starting a nice little drive here. Last time they attempted to get anything going, they turned the ball over. Then they had a punt. And tripped up by his own feet, shoes, cleats there. Slips the grass here at Viking Stadium's becoming a little patchy, especially in the middle.
It's always patchy in the middle.
That's where all the action goes on.
This wind's picking up here,
is.
Craig. I can feel it.
I got a cold ear now. My right ear's kind of cold.
Yeah, I was leaning up
I'm gonna
towards
be
the window a
honest.
little bit, but I'm leaning back because I can't deal with the wind anymore.
Belding quarterback Chris Chimchik under center. He's going to hand that ball off. We're going to get a flag on the play. It's going to be a holding call, I do believe. And we're going to get a little tussle going on out here. And we've got flags, and this is going to be trouble. This is going to be big time trouble here. Big time trouble. Big time trouble here. That's something you don't like to see in high school sports. You know, if anybody's going to be fighting, leave that to the professionals. They're the ones that are going out there getting paid for that kind of stuff. We're going to see, I assume we're going to see penalties across the board here. Penalties both ways. I think it's probably going to end up going on the Vikings as they probably instigated the call here. But unfortunate for them, that's going to give Belding another first down here.
Coach O didn't seem as upset as he
I think
was
Belding's
surprised.
really looking for the call. I think is what Belding's trying to do is get the call here, and but you know, either way, I'm looking at the referees. I'm saying the 2 penalties offset themselves.
They're going to have to because they both.
I mean, both teams are definitely involved in that.
Pushing and shoving.
Yes. Maybe we might be able to get a chance at a replay here to see exactly what happened.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's just some exchange of words down on
Yeah,
the field.
I think so. I'm probably going to give both teams a warning. Something else happens again. We might see some ejections as a result here. It's like Belding's coach is he's looking for really what the call's going to be made here, and I think it looks like we're going to. I would assume offsetting penalties, but things happen, and I think it looks like we're going to have offsetters. Yeah. It looks like what the word is going to be from the official. Difficult call to make as always, though. Dead ball, personal foul on the Haslett. Dead ball, personal foul on Belding. The penalties will offset, and I think that's going to be
Here
a
we
penalty.
go. Here we got a replay. I don't know if you can tell where Mike McCuna is, but
He's down over on the other side, other half of the field here.
it didn't look like there's any pushing or
No, I think things kind of somebody else. I think McCuna was starting to get blocked there, and people keep on pushing, and the referee tries to get in there, and then
there's no way.
yeah, and then the Belding guys start pushing, and everybody else starts pushing, and
Second down and 8 for Belding from the Haslett 34.
it's going to be 2nd down and 8.
Nice team leadership there by Calvin Hissong. Not getting involved, but trying to calm his teammates down.
The senior co-captain.
One of the co-captains on a team, which you got to play a big role in the co-captains.
Yeah.
Keep your team under control. The refs had a little discussion down there with some of the Haslett players. Nice little handshake. So hopefully this game will continue. And
Belding's going to hand this one off. It's going to go to number 29. Excuse me, not number 29. I lied to you again. Gosh, that wing tee's really got me faked out tonight, man.
there should have been another penalty there on the Belding.
Belding,
He's a little pushing back and forth. Nothing wrong.
bring about 3rd and 5. Don, you recall last year, the players came back and said that Belding just really plays dirty football. And I think that might be a reflection on the coaching staff at Belding, which is really kind of a disappointing thing that they feel that it's necessary to go out and rough some guys up, and it's not really part of the game. Referees, so I think if they've done a good job of keeping everybody in check tonight.
Joey Edwards a little upset that there should have been a penalty there. Number 29 just kept pushing. Joey Edwards just kind of kept walking, so he wouldn't get yelled at by the coach.
Yeah. He didn't want to pick up a penalty. The referees always see the retaliation. And it doesn't matter what sport it is across the board, soccer, hockey, football, basketball. They always end up seeing the retaliation call.
Even wrestling, I'm sorry to say.
He'll have a watch and a pair of glasses.
No, wrestling's an interesting sport.
I've seen some fists go.
Oh yeah, definitely have.
I've seen some fists go.
Yeah, that's almost part of the game though. In wrestling is Belding crowd trying to get their guys riled up with a little let's go offense. So I'm not really sure that's even actually a cheer.
No. Just kind of.
The ball's going to go to number 12, and he's going to be stopped. We've got more pushing and shoving. Another flag. It's going to be holding on Belding.
I wouldn't be. Holding is a call that's usually. There's a lot of calls of holding in the game.
That's going to push him back. That's going to bring up, if they decide to take it, 3rd and about 13, 14. And Vikings are going to accept that penalty. And that chances are good Belding would have been going for it on 4th down there.
Yeah.
Instead of making him.
The penalty brings up 3rd and 14.
3rd and 14.
The ball was spotted at the Haslett 40-yard line.
On the Haslett 40-yard line, and I wouldn't be surprised if he hasn't going to stop here and then we'll have a punt by the Belding Redskins.
Wouldn't surprise me either. I think this has got to be four down territory for Belding. I know it's still the third quarter. Time's ticking away. We've got about 35 seconds left in it. I still think it's got to be 4 down territory for Belding. Here the handoff is going to go to number 29, and he's going to be stopped by a bunch of Vikings. We've got a fumble here, and the Vikings have recovered the fumble, and now we've got another flag, and it looks like we're going to have a personal foul on Haslett here, I think.
Another one?
Yeah. Looks like that's what it's going to be, but the Vikings are they've recovered the fumble, so it's going to be after the play.
I don't know, the refs are discussing maybe towards Belding. A lot of the refs are discussing towards Belding.
And it doesn't look like the reaction from James Strabelkak is he's not really interested in that. And McIntosh is trying to listen into what the referees are talking about, but it happened after the play was done. So it looks like the Vikings are going to keep the ball, but they're going to be assessed a penalty here.
Is this going to be? Maybe it's going to be an offset because the ref's pointing towards both ways.
Vikings will take over. We're waiting for an indication on what the penalty is here. We're going to have a personal foul on the Vikings. That's going to push them back 15 yards, but they do maintain the ball.
There's a lot of personal fouls in tonight's game.
There have been. I think it's really just a culmination of a lot of rough play going on here. And I'm not really sure. I think it ended up being called on Calvin Hissong, and I don't think he really intended to really do that. He was trying to, looks like trying to avoid the stack by jumping, and he ended up, just getting clobbered. It looks like number 15 for the Vikings. That'd be Jordan Bennett coming up with the fumble recovery.
Do you think it would be on Calvin Hissong?
So we're going to have another official timeout here. Not sure what they're meeting about this time. Quarter hasn't expired.
No, what is this?
I don't know. I don't think I've seen anything quite like this before.
Is there?
Maybe both teams picked up a warning here.
Is there any rules about personal fouls here?
I don't think there's a specific set number that you're allowed to get, but I think the referees have told the coaches no more will start ejecting players. And the MHSAA takes that sort of thing pretty seriously, and suspensions will be put in place by the MHSAA. And that's something the Vikings don't want headed into the playoffs. It looks like Belding's going to be playing with nothing to lose here. I'd expect things to get even more dirty from them.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them get dirty. They've been playing dirty all game. It seems like the second half has been the dirtiest play I've ever seen out of a team like this.
Wouldn't be surprised to see if the Vikings can cash in here pretty quick into the fourth quarter, that they'll bring in their second and third stringers, make sure all the seniors get in there and get some plays under their belt, as just to keep guys healthy and safe really out on the field. And Vikings are probably going to run every down here. I don't think they're going to see a pass.
Looks like we're going to have the third quarter. Looks like we're going to have the end of the third quarter here.
Yep,
third
we
quarter's
will.
going to run out.
The ball carried for the Vikings. Jason Longo on the stop for Belding.
Second down and about 7 as we change sides of the field.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Haslett 28, Belding 6.
Well done. The fourth quarter is upon us. The Vikings lead 28-6. Man, it's getting drafty up here.
It is getting a little.
It's getting a little drafty.
A little chilly up here.
I'm getting chilled. My ears. As we get closer to the end of the fourth quarter, we will be announcing our Old Spice Player of the Game.
I already got some ideas.
Potential for players of the game too, maybe multiple.
You know what?
The game's been really balanced for both ways for the Vikings. Good defense coupled with good offense.
Finish him off right now. Get loud.
I think Belding's really showcasing. We've really got nothing to lose here. Let's see. A possibility other teams lose. People don't get in the playoffs. Maybe we're able to sneak in at 5-4. But
let's see how far. I think they're gonna start pushing some buttons here to see how
so?
far they can push the Haslett Vikings.
I think that's what they're gonna try too. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
This is the first time I've ever been cold in this booth.
Yeah, wow. Ooh, chilly. Next week could be even colder. You know what? Maybe it'll snow. Who knows?
I hope not. I hope it does not snow
I'll
yet.
have to bring my winter jacket.
I think I'm going to next game.
Yes. Vikings going to spread things out.
Going into the fourth quarter.
Going into the fourth quarter, they're going to try a couple things.
It won't be long before Coach O decides.
Oh, and there's a fumble, and Turner picks that one up himself.
It won't be long before Coach O decides to throw on that second string.
No, it won't be long. It's going to bring up third and what appears to be about 10. And my nose is getting chilly even too, Don. So it's a good thing you're watching this at home, folks.
Yeah, you people at home, you guys are lucky to watch this at home.
Yeah, get the heater on, you know. Us, we got the windows open. You know what? Matter of fact, there aren't even any windows in. Vikings in the gun. Turns and run a little speed option, decides to pass. Pass completed to James Bilcock. Nice gain, but not enough. Vikings are going to have to punt this one away. Fourth and what it appears to be about 3 yards. Good choice by the Vikings special teams unit here. They're going to come out onto the field and punt this one away.
Got a replay just of the pass. I think it is, yes.
Yes.
Nice
Turner,
little pass.
Nice tight spiral. Not enough, though, for the first down.
He gets that tight spiral from former quarterback Conrad Bird.
Punt almost blocked there by Belding. It's going to be picked up by number 2. He's got some room, and he's going to be hit hard by a couple of Vikings. He'll go down at the 50. Number 2 on the return, Steve Slosser. Quarterback and defensive back. He's listed as a senior on the roster. Wow. Ooh, it's cold.
It is cold. My feet are
It's
actually
real cold. My ears are chilly. I'll be honest with you. Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure it's nice and warm down in the truck. You don't have to deal with the wind.
Yeah, those people down in the truck are lucky.
And they get to cover up their ears at least. Mine are cold. Belding with the run. He's going to go for about 6, bring up second and 4.
No, Mr. Town, he's probably got that heater down there.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Has the popcorn in the microwave in the truck.
Well, while we got the time, we'd like to thank the entire TV 25 crew putting this game together. Mr. Brian Town, Kyle Janes for setting up the entire truck without help from anyone. Ashley Reese, Mark Cotter, Jason Winsand, Trisha Bobita. And I'd like to say a special thanks to Don tonight for not being late for the second half. Especially.
Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, if we didn't have Mr. Town, I bet you I don't think we'd have this opportunity here, Greg.
I don't think we would either.
This is a good opportunity for us, and
we like to call the football games.
Yeah, it's fun, and we call other sports too.
Yep. Cover other things as well.
Maybe we'll see you come back and do some wrestling meets.
Man, the unfortunate problem is with wrestling is that I don't really know all the words for all the moves.
Well, you know what, Greg? You know who will probably come back with and help you?
Who would that be, Don? Who would that be?
Jake Birnbaum probably would come back and help you there.
Alumnus
Jake Birnbaum. With the trademark phrase, the Booyah Grandma.
Every time I hear a little Booyah Grandma,
I always get a good chuckle.
I laugh to myself.
And I see Jake Birnbaum.
Belding's going to have a first down here by the sticks.
I see Jake Birnbaum saying that in my head.
I thought you were going to say in your dreams, Don.
Oh, hey, that too. I remember I had a dream about that.
Belding getting close inside the Haslett 40. They haven't been down this way for quite a while, but they are threatening now. And they got 40 yards to go to goal. Handoff's going to go to number 36. He's going to try to cut things back up, and he's going to be met by, it looks like, putting the initial hit on number 19, Isaiah Big Daddy Mims.
Isaiah Big Daddy Mims, what a big guy, being scouted by many big schools.
Do we have any official word as where he's signed on to?
No, I don't. There's no official signing yet, but I know he's been looking at Indiana. where Brian McIntosh has already made some of his choices. He hasn't made an official signing yet, but he's told people some of his top choices.
What are those, Don?
I don't know. I know 2 out of the 3, which would be his top choice. He said was Eastern, and the second would be Grand Valley. Whereas big brother Brent McIntosh.
And that's going to be an incomplete pass called by the referees, and I think that's the correct call in that situation.
Do we have a penalty? There should be a penalty. Where is the penalty there?
I believe that we're going to get an incomplete pass call here. We'll see if we can get a replay here. And definitely, I think the right call there by the referee. The arm was in forward motion, and he got hit. Bring up 3rd down and 10 for Belding. As the Vikings have been able to get good pressure in that offensive backfield.
Is Calvin? Well, I thought Mr. Hislong was going to discuss it, give a little words to the ref, ask him where the call was, but he kept his mouth quiet and kept playing.
Belding Q under center. Here's a handoff. It's going to go up the middle. Number 12. He's going to get enough for the first down. Inside the 30-yard line.
I just want a heater right now, dude.
Yeah.
I want a heater.
Yes. The Viking coaching staff, it doesn't look like they're very happy with the amount of effort the Vikings are giving right now. They're giving up a nice, 10-yard gains on 3rd down when they really have the opportunity to stuff it up here. Coming out of the game, number 19, Isaiah Mims. Into the game, 53, Theodore Baker.
Ted Baker. Teddy.
Yes.
Teddy, we call him.
Pass by Belding. It's going to go deep into
nowhere.
No one.
No one was there.
Pass is incomplete.
Don, do you recall, did you ever own a regular Nintendo, an original NES?
Yes, I did.
Now, in my dorm room, we've got Techno Bowl. Have you played that one?
What?
Techno Bowl. Tecmo Bowl?
No.
No, not, or Super Techno Bowl?
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh, wow, jeez. Well, I'll tell you about Techno Bowl is you only have 4 plays to choose from on offense.
Wow, what a playbook.
Yeah, and it really depends. And it really depends on what team you are. Personally, I like to be Los Angeles because you get Marcus Allen and Bo Jackson.
Oh. Whoa.
That's going old school. Bo Jackson.
I used to have a Nintendo.
Frisbee on the carry. Stopped by
I had
Baker.
3rd and 8.
3rd and 7 from the
I just got a Sega. I've had a Sega at my house for a while. Joel Montana Sports Talk Football. Remember those great days? Great days of football.
You know what? We play NCAA, but sometimes we busted out the N64 and played Madden 64.
Wow.
Not a pretty sight. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not.
I remember playing back those games.
And we thought they were amazing, but
They were
looking back on them,
just looking
not
back,
so much.
they were like, I remember I played it. I got Madden 96 for Sega too.
Oh gosh. Wow.
I hooked that in there and I was like, you know what? I played 2 minutes of that game and I was like, I'm going to play Madden 2005 for PS2. I had enough of this.
Well, but we've really gotten into this thing playing Mario Kart 64. Did you ever get to play that?
Yes, I did. But see, that's what's fun about the old systems, where the sports games for those older systems. Oh, we got a pass.
Pass caught by Belding. He's gonna be tripped up. He's gonna get inside the 20 and get a first down.
I'm going back to those old systems, Greg. The old systems are fun, but the sports games are just not as not the fun games.
No, they're not. They're really not.
Because you play the more advanced games and they're not fun.
Play results in a Belding first down.
It's gonna be a Belding first down with 7:15 remaining in the 4th quarter. The Vikings lead 28-6. In the wing tee again, that's going to be number 12 is going to get the carry, and he's going to be stopped by a host of Vikings.
Chad Albert on the carry for Belding. Mims on the stop for the Vikings.
We'll get down that Old Spice player of the game, and I'm excited for it, personally.
You know what, Greg?
I'm excited, too.
I've got some thoughts in my head right now. And I've just got a good feeling about tonight. Some great players winning the Old Spice player of the game.
Yes.
And
as the Old Spice player of the game is one of the longest standing TV 25 traditions.
who did come up with that idea?
I think that was me, actually. Really where I took it from was on NCAA football. They have the Old Spice multiple players of the game, and they name an offense, one for each team, and that's really where it developed through. And then they do like the Pontiac High Performance Player of the Game. But that's where we decided we'd do the Fanta Orange Soda Player of the Game.
Just kind of come up with that one.
You know, so
I'm about to think of something for basketball, Greg. Unless if you give me the permission to go Old Spice Player of the Game for boys basketball.
You know what, Don? I think it's Haslett. The Old Spice it just doesn't come with me. It comes with everybody. And I think it's deserving to we're gonna bring it back for those boys basketball games.
Because we really don't use it for the girls basketball games.
And I think we should. You know what, Don?
You know what? We created one for girls basketball.
What is that?
No. We're used to big.
Is it? Let's think. Maybe Big Don's Player of the Game.
Yeah. See, it'd be nice to use Old Spice. So, Greg, now I got your permission.
Yeah,
and
so
that makes me a little bit happier.
We can do Big Don's Old Spice Player of the Game.
No, not for the football. We'll stick with Old Spice Player of the Game.
For basketball though.
I'll
allow it. This is 4-down territory. Wing to the right-hand side, and there's two of them. I think it's going to be a pass. I just got a hunch. And they're going to and it's an interception.
Oh!
Almost picked off by number 2 AJ Rehar.
I thought he had that. I got a good idea for girls basketball. We gotta send this girls.
Well, we'll come up with something, Don. We'll get you a nice picture.
I got my idea right now.
Okay, all right.
See, since it's girls basketball, Old Spice, I don't know.
They don't really make Old Spice for women, do they?
So I think we're gonna have to go with secret.
Don. Where do you come up with these things?
I don't know. I don't know. I just kind of thought of it.
You just kind of thought of it. Turner under center. Wing T backfield. This is going to go to, looks like number 32, Jordan Montgomery. He's going to try to run this one around the end. He's going to be hauled out of bounds. Enough for the first down. He's going to run for about 14.
4 minutes, 52 seconds.
You get a replay here of the Belding attempt at fourth down here, and here we go. They're gonna fake the handoff. Not surprising.
Not surprising.
Since they do it every down.
Wing T, what do you expect?
Yep, and the ball, it's gonna travel down, and Rehar's. You know, actually, it might actually be a good thing that Rehar dropped it.
Yeah.
Because he would have gotten tackled down around the 5. Instead, they can have it here out here by the
30.
By the 30, yeah, exactly. Really by the 20, I guess, last time.
Clock's counting down.
Yes, it is. Under 4:30 remaining in the game.
Offsides.
Probably going to get a false start here on the Vikings. Belding looks awful happy about the ability to point towards the Vikings.
They're pointing.
As the whole team's doing it. This penalty's going to go on the Vikings. No. Offsides on Belding. Tried to sell that call. Didn't work, though. Didn't work.
They had it. They thought they had it, but no.
Denied again. There's Nate Turner talking things over with Coach O. I assume they're just going to try to run this clock down. No passes. Vikings on their own 34. Really, what the Viking defense stepped up was they picked up a bunch of defensive stops, made the Belding turn the ball over on fourth down a couple times. Picked off a couple passes, and really this has been a defensive effort. And the offense has shown, but I really think this has been defense the whole game. Montgomery, the ball carrier, down around the first down marker. We'll see where the spot is.
Yep.
It's going to be second, and it appears to be about 1.
Mark Messina on there warming up for something, maybe.
A little field goal kickaroo.
Yeah, field goal kicker.
Second and a half a yard.
That clock counting down, that's just making me, I don't know, feel good about playoffs.
Yeah.
This could be our last home game.
Could be.
Maybe.
Could be.
Can be kind of sad if it is.
It is. It definitely will be sad as the home season would come to an end, but there's always the possibility, Don. Always the There's a fumble, but Montgomery picks this one back up himself.
Mr. Kerner.
Yes.
I just got word that maybe Mason next week for first
possibility of Mason. I think Linden is also in the mix.
Linden, but I don't know the way that
it all depends on how is the teams that right now are 6-2 do? If they go 6-3 or they go 7-2, because sitting at 8-1, I think we're going to have a 9-0 team in our division,
Like
or an 8-0, which Charlotte could end up being the 1. We would be the 2, and then we probably could see Linden, Mason. We could see St. John's. We could see. I mean, there could
We
be.
can see anybody. But the way the discussions have been going so far, the way they're gonna chart this out is Mason will be in the same area.
Right.
So that'll give us, and they don't have the greatest record in the world, but they got a record to get in the playoffs.
They had to play in a tough division. I mean,
they'll be one of the teams they'll be the low record teams in the playoffs. But
Yeah.
I think Haslett might.
CAA Division II it's tough. I mean,
is
you've
tough.
got a host of good people, and as the game continues to go on, the Vikings, Turner will be still in that queue. He's going to probably run the ball off a couple times here, and as the game gets closer on down to the end of the game with 2 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the game, there's a handoff up the middle, and that's going to be enough, it looks like, to gain about 3 on the play, and that'll bring up, looks like, 3rd and about 2 yards.
Looks like the Vikings are going to keep running the ball.
I don't think Belding's really in here to call any timeouts.
Nope.
I think this is going to be the end of their season, and unfortunately for them and their seniors, the game comes to close after Week 9. The Vikings will have an opportunity to get into Week 10 here.
James Bilcock is a happy man tonight.
Yes.
Happy to win his last regular season game as a
Yes.
senior. Ready to go in the playoffs, win a state championship. And
In at quarterback, number 9, Michael Chrisman.
Coach O finally decided.
Time to let some of those younger guys get an opportunity here. That ball's going to go to number 2, A.J. Rehar.
Concluding the game, Greg, we got about a minute, 36 seconds left. Old Spice, player of the game.
It's on the way, Don.
I'm getting excited.
Not so fast, my friend. Not so fast.
Can't help myself.
Yes, I wouldn't be able to help myself either, Don. And I'm getting really I'm looking forward to making the decision here on who it's going to be.
I just need to stop shivering first.
Yeah, as my nose it's cold in my ear and everything.
I think after the game I might have to go get in that heater at the truck and eat some of Mr. Town's popcorn.
Yeah, that's right. He's probably got it.
You never
He's
know.
got a nice bottle of soda in there.
You never know about Mr. Town. He
Yeah.
could have anything down there. He might be cooking. I hope he's cooking his hamburgers.
Got a nice little rotisserie down there. Maybe
Yeah.
doing a couple hamburgers.
Well, maybe roasting the pig for us too. I'd be excited.
Maybe do a little barbecue chicken or something. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9 with less than 1 minute to play. The Vikings are going to wrap this one up. They lead 28-6.
This is the game.
It is, Don.
The game is officially in the books.
Yes, it is.
Belding gonna go home. Do you think they're gonna be 4-5, Greg?
They can't get in. You have to have a winning record to get in the playoffs.
They're
not gonna have it.
Hasn't played too tough for him tonight, and
Number 8, Joe Edwards, up the gut.
up. You know what, Greg?
What is that, Don?
That is mostly used in college football and NFL. Up the gut.
Up the gut.
Maybe. Well, how about we go with this one? Halfback smash.
Halfback smash, yep.
Gotta think of something up there.
Halfback sting.
Dive.
Dive, sting. You know what? Personally, I like the triple option reverse. That's a fun one to run.
That's interesting. That can get really tough.
It can be. 10 seconds remains in the game. The Vikings are going to get one more play off here. Chrisman's going to hand that ball off to number 23, and that's going to do it.
For the Vikings. The Vikings 8-1 this season, going in the playoffs this Sunday. If anyone is interested, I think Fox Sports Detroit at about 6:30. It will be the playoff pick show, which only lasts about a half hour the past couple years, and that ends up to be very interesting to see who the Vikings play.
Our final score: Haslett 28, Belding 6. Don, the
Halftime.
Old Spice.
You're making me happy here, Greg.
The Old Spice players of the game. But we're not there yet, though.
We're not there yet.
And there they are.
There we go. We have 2 players tonight for the Old Spice player of the game. I got to give one to Nate Turner for his great offensive play tonight.
And his punt return for a touchdown.
His punt return for a touchdown. That made my decision.
And defensively.
And defensive player. I had to give an offensive and defensive player tonight. Cody Stripling. He had one great defensive game, a nice sack, interception, had some tackles. You can't get any better than that for a defensive game. You know what, Greg? It's been a great season.
It has been a great season, Don.
It's nice. It's nice having you.
It's been a pleasure working with you this season.
It's been a pleasure working with you.
It's been a pleasure working with you.
Hopefully we can come back together for these great playoff games.
But I'm looking forward to it. I don't see how an 8-1 team cannot get a. I mean, we've got a lot of points. Their only loss coming to the #1 team in Division 4, DeWitt, and so, you know, really, and there's always a possibility DeWitt could end up in Division 3.
Well, that's going to be a tough one.
We'll see how those pairings come out. I'm Greg Kerner.
I'm Don Onmore, and we'd like to thank everyone from TV25, and I'd like to thank you, Greg, for having the opportunity to announce this, and it's been a great
Don,
season.
it's been a pleasure this season.
It's been a great season,
pleasure.
and we'll have hopefully the Vikings do well in this.
And we'll be back next week.
Hopefully. Next. We'll see.
Yes, we will see.
If everybody watches the game, the playoff picks on Sunday night, we will know. You guys will know if we will be back on TV25.
Yes, we will. That is going to do it for us here at TV25. Thanks to everybody down in the crew doing everything. Final score tonight, the Haslett Vikings 28, the Belding Redskins 6. For Donald Onweller, I'm Greg Kerner. Thank you for watching TV25. Have a safe evening.